Hello everyone and welcome, my name's Ali, and one of the questions I get asked a lot from you guys is how to aim better within Call of Duty Online, or how to generally improve your accuracy so you can win more gunfights and essentially become a better player. I know there's a wide range of skilled players that watch me. Some of you guys are amazing. Some of you guys may have only just picked up Call of Duty, but this video aims to help all of you guys, whatever skill level, improve your accuracy to become better players. I've got 5 tips within this video. There won't be in any specific order, so make sure you're staying tuned to the end to hear all of the tips. So to start off with, very basic but very useful is actually warming up and practicing before you even jump online and play against other people. It's a bit like playing a sport. You want to make sure you're warming up and getting in the zone before you actually go out and play a game, and that's the same within Call of Duty. I recommended this last year for Black Ops 2 and I still do it within Ghost, to set up a private match against some of the lowest level bots. Choose either a pistol or a marksman rifle within Ghost and play a game and make sure you're as accurate as possible, make sure your hands are warmed up, and then you're in the zone and ready to jump into a game. So about to jump into a game, but which sensitivity should you be using? For this next point, there isn't actually a certain sensitivity that works best for everyone. It's all individual based. So I'm going to create 3 categories, work out which category fits you best, and then apply your sensitivity. So the first category being a sniper, somebody that locks onto people at all ranges, mainly sort of long range shots. If you want to be quick and accurate, go for one of the higher end sensitivities, somewhere between 12 and 20 within Call of Duty Ghost. Don't go so high that you start missing bullets or missing shots. That's when you want to start bringing it down a little bit. Make sure you're hitting as many shots as possible. Next up is the medium range group, so even marksman rifles or assault rifles. That's mainly what I go for. I'd put yourself in a low sensitivity group. I actually play on 4, believe it or not, out of 20. So anywhere between the lower sensitivities and then anywhere up to sort of 8 or so would be good for those marksman or assault rifles. And then finally, close range combat with, say, shotguns or submachine guns. You want to be flicking onto people at close range. I'd put yourself in the middle sensitivity category, so anywhere between sort of 7 and 13 would work okay for you guys. Best thing to do is practice with these sensitivities using the first point, so in private matches. Once you have found your sensitivity, stick with it, practice with it, and then you'll be as accurate as you can. Next up is a very inexpensive add-on to your controller that I always use. You may have heard me talk about it. These are actually control freaks. You can get different height control freaks, both small control freaks and larger control freaks. Essentially what they do is add height to your controller. So the controller thumbsticks on all controllers are actually very low, meaning that as you move that controller, it's hard to get pinpoint accuracy, but as you increase that height, it means you can move the controller more with greater accuracy on screen. This very much helps with close range combat. When you're running around a corner, you suddenly see someone in front of you. If you have a control freak added onto your controller, it means you can get precise movement, and I've been using them for several years now and it really helps me. If you haven't heard them before, I would say definitely test them out. Within the description, I'm going to have 3 lists. I'm going to have a list of my favorite small control freaks, a list of my favorite tool control freaks, and then also a link to the new next generation controller control freaks. In terms of which control freaks you should use, I'd recommend picking up a small control freak and a tool control freak, trying out the small one first on your right analog stick, the aiming analog stick. Once you've gotten used to that, try progressing up to a taller one and see if that's more comfortable or not, and then you know which one you like. If you like the small ones, stick to the small ones. If you like the tall ones, stick to the tall ones. Some people like to put a small one on the left analog stick so that their actual movement of their character is a little bit more precise, and then put a tall one on the right stick. So you can literally customize which control freaks you use on which analog stick, but the right analog stick's the most important one, and it's definitely worth picking up a variety of them, testing them out and seeing which ones you prefer. As I said, in the description is a link to my favorites, so check them out and see which ones you like. Next up, we actually have a tough one, but it will definitely improve your aim, and this is actually using weapons that are a challenge and have a little bit more kick to them, because if you stick to the weapons that are very easy to use, have minimal recoil, you're never actually going to push yourself, and you're just going to get adjusted to using weapons with very low recoil. I'd recommend using the ARX assault rifle, giving that a go, getting used to a sort of higher recoil patterns, and then going back to the weapons you like using, and you'll find yourself being a lot more accurate. In terms of submachine guns, give the CBJ a go, and again that has a little bit more recoil, will be a little bit more of a challenge, and then when you go back to the weapons you prefer using, you're going to be a lot more accurate and it's going to be a lot easier to use. And the final point is probably the hardest but the most useful, and this is actually strafing while aiming. So strafing is moving from left to right while you're shooting at an enemy. Typically I'll use this most at longer ranges when I'm using assault rifles and automatic weapons, and essentially what you want to do is actually not aim at all and just strafe from left to right. So first of all, I'll get my aim on the target, and then I'll make myself a harder target to hit by moving from left to right, and the auto aim that's built into Call of Duty will kick in and it will keep my target on the enemy. So it's a harder thing to do, but works very, very well at those longer ranges. So there you go, guys. 5 top tips to help you guys aim better within Call of Duty Ghosts. Give them all a go. Check out the Control Freaks in the description and pick up a few of them just to give them a go. If you've already got Control Freaks, check out the new next generation Control Freaks. They're always adding new ones, new styles, new designs. It's definitely worth keeping on top of them. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you've had. Let me know how you get on, and hopefully you do improve your accuracy because of the tips within this video. On screen now you can check out another video from my main channel on the left hand side in case you've missed it, and also another video on the right hand side from my second channel over at More Ali A. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you on my next video.